Let me just quickly show to you what I mean by ergonomics. So if you guys can see, this is my handlebar position. Extremely attack friendly. I can quickly decide to attack and also come back in a neutral position where I can ride. But if only my hands were slightly more higher, that is just a little bit more higher, so that this angle becomes a little relaxed. My elbows don't have to go out so much. Then you are doubling, tripling the distances that you can do on a motorcycle. So instead of the hand being like that, if the hand comes back just a little bit inwards on the elbows, the arms being like that, if the arms could just come back a little inwards, like relax like that, because it's at a higher position, the handlebar, if it sits higher, my elbows automatically tend to go in. So what I'm trying to say is, the way the handlebar is now, my elbows flare out. If I take the handlebar slightly above, maybe 1 inch or 1.5 inches, then my elbows relax like that. So between this and this, there's a ton of wasted energy, long distance touring. Now you guys could easily say, in that case, why did you move the handlebar from the front, from the back to the front? Why did you swap the bolts and you push it to the front? Well, if it is too close, the way it was from the factory, the way it was seated too close to the rider, the problem with that is when you get up, your wrist bends inwards. And this is not so if in case of emergency you want to tackle off-road terrain, when you quickly transition from sitting to standing, your wrist bends like this. This is not the right thing for a good setup. You should always be in a position where the wrist and the fingers are kind of in one line. The only thing with this setup that is bothering me now is my elbows are flared out. If only I could just relax them a bit by taking the handlebar above. Watch guys, between that and that. So that is all that's going to change. My elbows are going to settle down a little more, allowing me to do so much more of a distance. This is more like a straight handlebar with no sweep. So it still becomes a little demanding for, no matter how hard I try moving the bar forward, backward, leaning it forward, backward, just not being able to strike the right position, the position where this bar makes me feel like I could just be on the bike, have an aggressive stance if need be when the terrain gets tough, and yet also have enough comfort that I can do long distances in one go. Serious distances, like about 600 to 1000 kilometers in one go. So finally decided to go in with handlebar risers, and Moto Torque got in touch with me. They sent me these beautiful handlebar risers. Moto Torque is doing pretty well for themselves, and they were kind enough to share these lovely bar risers with me. This would be a 1 inch rise. A 1 inch rise is all that I want on this motorcycle, because that's definitely going to be this is definitely going to be a game changer. I've already installed this on Arun's motorcycle, and it's just made a world of a difference. So and surprisingly very well machined and finished, and very light too, very light. They also provide these long stainless steel bolts, which are going to be replacing the short ones over here, these fellas. It's a pretty easy swap. All you need is just this one Allen key that comes along with your toolkit, and remove these 4 bolts, lift your handlebar, insert these fellows in the bottom, and then job done. a huge difference. It's that 1 inch of rise, and my elbow is so much more relaxed. It was like that, now it's relaxed. Now it's hanging, and yet not down. It's right at parallel, almost parallel, or I would say about 1.5 centimeters above the level of the handlebar. That's good enough. That's good enough. That allows you for that seamless transition, quickly getting up. So all that's left to do now is to tighten the 4 bolts and call it quits for the day. So that does it. That should help with comfortable long distance mile munching.